Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. Let me just take this off. I don't even use these. And change out of these. Give me a sec. That's more like it. So, my name is Warda, and if you're new here, I'm a 5th year medical student studying here in Bulgaria. Wow, that was such a mouthful because I'm not even used to saying it yet. It's so crazy how time flies. Oh my god. It was literally just yesterday we were doing our...
It's never happened to us. Other medics on the plane has never happened to us until we started catching up.
Yeah, I feel like it's to test your knowledge. They're trying to test your knowledge because it's always when you're coming back. They're trying to test your knowledge.
And
what's been happening, what's changed, what's new. We're in 4th year now.
We're in 4th year, yes. First semester, 4th year, about to finish actually.
wow. Wow. Mind blown. Today's video is a little bit different. It's a little overview of what it's like to be a 5th year medic here. What subjects do we do, what exams do we have, and how has COVID been affecting our year so far. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you are new, hit the subscribe button, join the family, and let's get straight into it. So, what's it like studying medicine in Bulgaria as a 5th year medic? It's daunting. I'm gonna be frank, it is daunting. The closer and closer we get to that finish line or actually graduating, the more terrifying it gets. Trust me, that doctor title at the end is sweet, but the responsibility that comes with it is not something to be playing about with, and the reality of it is actually setting in. Granted, at this late stage, we are juggling a lot of subjects and specialities, but I just can't help to shake that feeling of constantly feeling like you don't know enough, you haven't studied enough, you haven't read enough, you haven't practiced a specific technique enough, and it can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes. But it's enjoyable, it's amazing. It's the clinical years for me, guys, because the clinical years, which are 4th year, 5th year, and 6th year, are the best years in your entire medical degree. You get to have access to patients, you get to be a part of people's lives, a small part, but still a part nonetheless. And I feel like those are the moments and the experiences that you keep with you forever. Those are the teachable parts of your degree that you'll be able to take with you into your working life and just be like, this is what the job is entirely about. This is what it's all about. You impacting people's lives impacts you, and it's beautiful. Medicine for the most part is 10 semesters. Well, here anyway, that's 2 semesters per year, which means that this year is our last year of teaching in terms of lessons, lectures, and practical seminars, and all of that good stuff. Before actually going into our last year next year, our 6th and final year is a completely different setup. It's equivalent to a foundation year 1 year in the UK, and it's kind of basically like rotations and state exams that we do. So finishing up the final bits of the entire degree, but it's a completely different setup. And so this is our last year of actually just being a carefree student, if that makes sense, just literally learning the theoretical parts and trying to learn as many techniques as possible, because next year is all about practice. It's bridging that gap between being a student and actually working with entire people's lives in your hands. I know. Now you understand why imposter syndrome is right? Exactly. Well, we started the year off really well actually, with the university literally just adjusting our timetables so that we can have our lectures online, but our practical seminars, especially for the 4th years, 5th years, and 6th years, in hospitals. So we had quite a bit of patient contact, even though it was limited. And the university was actually quite kind enough to supply us with a box of hand gloves, face masks, and hand sanitizer. So we're pretty much stocked up and geared up for our lessons. And we took the necessary precautions, but that didn't last long. It really didn't last long. The number of cases here started to rise dramatically, like crazy how fast, how quick. And so we've had to resort back to a 2-week lockdown period, which we are currently serving. Serving? Are we in prison? But we're currently in the 2-week lockdown period, pending further notice to see what the change in situation is going to be like. And if things do get better, then we'll probably resume back to how we had our lessons in hospitals and lectures online. If not, then it might look like we are going to finish the entire semester remotely, just like we did last semester. So it's all about having hope and just trying to adjust to what you have, you know, because patient safety is always first priority, obviously us as well, but patient safety is always first priority. It's not ideal to have so many students literally migrating between different wards throughout the entire day. So for instance, with us, our timetable will look like having endocrinology first thing in the morning, followed by pediatrics, followed by, I don't know, infectious or something else. So to constantly be going in and out of different wards, and that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students, it's just not ideal in this type of situation. So we're just gonna have to do what we gotta do, you know? So my goals for this year are actually quite simple. There are only two. I just want to keep it simple, small and straightforward so I can focus on them. The first is to pass all my exams, okay? I know, standard, right? But still, I need to pass all of my exams, especially the ones in January and the ones in June. But we've got 5 in January and about 8 to 9 in June, July. And they're a lot, okay? They are thick specialty type subjects, so they're pretty intense, you know? Anyway, and the second is to try and work on some things that will help with the transfer back to the UK process. So that's when we're applying for jobs next year and so on and so forth. I know you're probably thinking it's a little bit early to think about it, but it's really not. I want to try and do a couple things this year and hopefully try and do a couple things next year, add them all up, tie them with a bow, send them off, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are the 2 main things I want to focus on, and that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram. I'm a little bit more active on there as well, so you can kind of keep up with my day-to-day and all of that sorts of things. And yeah, join the family. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you are aware of when I upload next. Take care.